Well, hi everyone. Welcome to this Google Hangout. We have Delhi's Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit, and she's going to be taking your questions as well as mine. Some people are describing this as Sheila Dikshit's toughest political challenge yet. In many ways, what happens in Delhi could be an indication or a prelude to what happens nationally in 2014. This is, after all, the national capital, the political center of India, and it's a three-cornered contest here. So this makes it one of the most interesting, fascinating elections to observe as well. So let's get started with our Google Hangout with Sheila Dikshit. Sheila Dikshit, I'd like to start by taking the moderator's privilege of asking you the first question. Do you accept that this is your most difficult election ever? And do you now accept the Aam Aadmi Party as a serious and legitimate political challenge?
Well, all that I can say is every election is difficult. The challenges become different, so this is a different one. We have also contested for the fourth time, so a fourth time, a fourth time. But I take this as a wonderful challenge with confidence. And when you talk of three parties being there, they always have been. The main parties are the BJP and Congress, and then again the BSP sometime, and NCP several times. This time it's the Aam Aadmi. So it's nothing very strange.
Do you, however, you started by saying, and I remember you said this to me in an interview, you said that you believed it would either be your government or the BJP's, that the Aam Aadmi Party was not a serious contender. Have you changed your mind about that as we get closer to poll date, ma'am?
Not at all. In fact, my thinking becomes even more concerned.
Before I open this, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Well, especially after what has happened to the Aam Aadmi Party, with a self-certificate for being absolutely clean, Anna Hazare, mentor has written a letter, and the sting operation is taking place, so that she moves side of being a party which is fighting particularly against corruption has gone away.
Well, the Aam Aadmi Party says that that sting was fabricated, and polls are still giving it a favorable performance. So I'm going to ask you again. You're still saying it's either you winning or the BJP?
No, I won't say giving up a lot. That we will get to know on the end. We are trying very hard, and we, as you call it anti-incumbency, I call it pro-incumbency. Our 15 years track has been very good. So let's see.
Sorry, I can't hear you. We're just going to try and get you back on that question now. Give us a second.
Why have you taken it out?
Just give us. You're still speaking, but I think we've lost your audio here. What happened? Do we pause and start again? What will you do? We just lost the audio, ma'am. We're just trying to fix it. Give us a second.
Okay. Now try.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
No, I can't hear you at all. I don't know if anybody else
can.
I
am shouting at the top of my voice.
She should be able to hear
you. Ma'am, can you say something? 1, 2, 3, anything?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you again. Yeah, I'll just ask that last question again because we lost you there. Yeah, I think we can hear you now. Ma'am, the Aam Aadmi Party says that that sting you referred to is fabricated, and the opinion polls are still favouring them. So I'm going to ask you again: are you sticking by your comments that it's either your government that's back for a kind of landmark fourth time, or it's the BJP? Are you still sticking by that?
I still stick by that.
And one last question before I open this up to our questioners on the Google Hangout. There are reports that you've suggested that if it's a hung assembly, you could consider support from members of the Aam Aadmi Party. Can you set the record straight on that?
Yeah, I've set the record straight, and I hope it's final. Because what I said was that the people of Delhi will not vote for a hung assembly. They will give a clear mandate because they are interested in good governance and a stable government. But if the future says something, then we look at it then. I haven't said which party or which not party for, and I absolutely and emphatically deny that I have given anything like this, any commitment that we want to have.
So you're saying it's too early to tell what would happen if there is a hung assembly, and then you will evaluate that situation depending on the numbers?
Yeah, we will. But I am confident. I'm not even thinking of it at the moment. When the time comes, if it comes, then we'll think of it then. Why is everybody trying to read between the lines when there is nothing to read between the lines?
All right, let's take our first question that's coming in on the Google Hangout. And I'm going to take the first question from Sarika Bhattacharya. Sarika, go ahead with your question for Sheila Dikshit.
Yes.
Yeah, hi, Ms. Dikshit. My question is that since Barkha suggested about this Aam Aadmi Party might have a chance of winning the elections, and the single point agenda being anti-corruption, and we have had so many cases in the last couple of years under your reign in the Delhi government. What's your view and a take on this?
First, I want to ask you, what are the corruption charges you've heard about Delhi government?
The Commonwealth Games and quite a few of them.
No. Commonwealth Games, there is no charges of corruption against the government of Delhi. Those people who were suspected of being corrupt were sent to jail. So please don't make statements without verifying them. I feel deeply hurt about the fact that people call us corrupt when we are not corrupt. Not another corruption case can you bring. Now, what was the other question you asked
And
about?
my thing is, my manifest from your next elections manifesto on the corruption. What's your take on the anti-corruption from your government for the next elections?
But anti-corruption is that we are trying to bring more and more e-governance into Delhi so that corruption becomes somewhat less. We've also got an SLA system where the services agreements are there with our officers. If they delay what they should have done within a specified time, they are, a fine is imposed upon them. So we have made the beginning. We are not for corruption just like anybody else is. Certainly not my government, I can tell you that.
One last question. We work for an NGO known as Bisdivas Foundation, and women economic power as well as women's safety is a very big issue in Delhi. What's your government going to do to ensure women's safety and make sure that they have an equal opportunity under your reign?
They have equal opportunity, there's no denying that. Where safety is concerned, I do admit that there is an atmosphere or a feeling that there is not a safe city. We have put up fast-track courts, as you know, and we've also put up a 181 distress line in the Chief Minister's office to attempt to call 24 hours round the clock for those people who feel that they are being subjected to some kind of stalking or maybe bad phone calls or they are alone on a road and that they are being disturbed by their own family. So we do take calls, we do attend to their problems, and 5 lakh calls in this past 11 months have already been received, and many of them, I wish I could tell you the percentage, have been resolved.
Okay. Ma'am, Barkha here, I'm going to ask you a follow-up to Sarika's question. She mentioned women's safety, you responded to it. At the moment, grabbing the headlines, and particularly disturbing case for us in the media is the Tehelka case where Tarun Tejpal is facing rape charges. The BJP says your party has been very muted in your criticism because he's seen as somebody who is politically close or ideologically close to the Congress. I want to ask you, what is your categorical position on this case?
Well, I think the case that you're referring to, law is being implemented, it's taking its course. So I don't see why anybody else saying anything is necessary for that. The law is there, it will take its course.
Do you believe the Congress has been somewhat mild in its criticism of this case compared to how much noise was made over the Gujarat surveillance controversy when this is a much more serious case of rape and the woman's complaint is in writing, and yet we're not seeing the same strong response from the congressman?
Barkaji, we are very confident that the law will take its course. And when the judiciary and the system of law is dealing with it, I don't see any reason whatsoever as a political party to make a noise about it.
All right, let's take the next question. It's coming from Dr. Rajesh Jaiswal. Your question on this Google Hangout for Sheila Dikshit. Rajesh, go ahead. Is Nawaz here? Okay, let's take the next question from Shabana Hussain. Shabana, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a question on women's safety, but that has been answered. First of all, good afternoon, ma'am, and all the very best for the upcoming elections. My question to you is, the other two political parties have been talking about reducing power tariffs in the city by 30% and 50%. So I want to ask you, how doable is this?
I must tell you that the power tariffs in Delhi are decided by the DERC, which is the Delhi Electricity Regulatory Commission. They listen to all points of view from the companies, from the providers, as well as those who use power, whether they're industrialists or people coming residential homes. After that, they come to a conclusion and they tell us that this is the rate that you ought to charge because it's what will meet the costs as well as the proper electricity. Now, after that, the government, my government, Congress government decides what it needs to do if it wants to help those who are in need of help. And up to 200 units, we give a subsidy of 1 rupee 20 paisa. And from 200 to 400 units, we give a subsidy of 80 paisa. I must also tell you that we are the cheapest power in the country and we are giving 24 hours of power. Those who are claiming that they will cut 30% or 50%, my question is, are you going to cut the supply of power by 30% and 50%?
On to the charge by the Aam Aadmi Party that the audits of the private electricity companies has not been done and they're fudging their accounts.
All audits are being done. In fact, we wrote to the CAG also, can you audit these companies? If they refused because they said they were not supposed to audit the accounts of companies.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Let's take a question from Richa now. Richa, go ahead with your question.
Hello, ma'am. My question is, what has been your contribution to education?
You worried about education. Yes, I'll tell you that Delhi's government school results are the best in the country. From 33% passed to we have got it up to 26%, 97%. Also, if it's an indication to you, 200 students all over the country are given awards for their CBSE results by the Government of India, HRD. Out of those children who received 200 awards, 124 were children from Delhi. We have opened up 5 new universities and we are willing to do more because there is no shortage of institutions, but if we need to bring up more schools because the right to education is there, we are doing it and we are doing it steadily but surely and determined.
Okay, I'm moving on now to the next question. Shubho Sengupta, go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Mrs. Dixit, a very good afternoon. Very quick question, not just a personal question, but also on behalf of my corporate stroke industry colleagues. What have you done in the last 15 years? What have you and your government done in the last 15 years for social inclusion for people at the bottom of the pyramid? And what are your plans for the next 5 years for the same people, please?
We spend, but just for your kind information, 65% of our budget for the social sector, which means pensions, which means schools, which means health education and healthcare, which also means lifting up the labor. We give good wages. That is why Delhi attracts so many people, 5 lakh people every year, because they get a good living and a good standard of living here. Now, in the social sector, we've got homes for the poor, we've got homes for those who do not have a home. And we are now thinking of putting up what we are calling the ashray homes for the labor who come here. These are like holding areas in other countries where labor which comes here, work, gets a roof over there to live there, like a dharmshala we would like to call it Hindi. And we hope that these teams that you see of homeless people putting up in shanties or on the streets will disappear in the course of the next 5 years.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, my next question is this, that before I give it to the next citizen who's joining us on Google Hangout, since Shubho asked about what done for social justice, I'll expand that question and ask you, do you have any regrets in your 3 terms in power? Everybody makes mistakes, you're not infallible, none of us are. Are there things you look back at and wish you'd done them differently? For example, at one point you were criticized for how you handled the protests after the Delhi gang rape. Do you look at that as something you could have handled better?
Thanks for telling me I'm not infallible.
None of us are.
None of us are. But we try our best. And there are sometimes because of the multiplicity of authorities, the peculiar kind of system of administration that we live in, we find ourselves helpless. However, since you referred to the gang rape case, as I said, we put up fast-track work immediately, put up this 181 meeting for women in distress, and we've also got organizations which are called Awaz Uthao. And we must stand by women, respect them, love them, and also see that they are protected. I think that's the kind of approach we have, that it should not only be the police approach or government approach, but also society's approach, so that we learn how to respect and love women.
All right, let's take the next question on the Google Hangout with Sheila Dixit from Ranjit Kumar. Ranjit, go ahead.
हेलो मैम, गुड आफ्टरनून।
गुड आफ्टरनून।
मैम, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो मैम आपके दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं उनमें काफ़ी करप्शन है, मेनली सेल्स टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट में। सेल्स टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट में तो मैम काफ़ी करप्शन है। तो आपको क्या उसकी जानकारी नहीं है? और अगर आपको उसकी जानकारी है तो मैम आपकी गवर्नमेंट अभी तक उसको पूरी तरह से कर्व करने में क्यों फेल हो रही है? और एक मैम जो आपका सर्विस डिलीवरी मैकेनिज्म है वो अभी भी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के मुकाबले काफी वीक है।
आप बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं कि वैट डिपार्टमेंट, सेल्स टैक्स भी आप कहते हैं, उस डिपार्टमेंट में बहुत कमियां हैं। उनको हमने थोड़ा बहुत धीरे धीरे किया है, और क्योंकि काश की हम जल्दी कर सकते, लेकिन उसको जब तक हम वो नहीं करेंगे, ई गवर्न नहीं करेंगे, तब तक उसमें जितना का सुधार आप सोच रहे वो नहीं आएगा। हमारी मुश्किल क्या होती है कि कुछ तो बड़े व्यापारी हैं और कुछ ऐसे छोटे व्यापारी हैं तो वो ये कहते हैं कि हम भैया इसमें ई गवर्नेंस में नहीं भाग ले सकते क्योंकि हमारे पास वेबकॉल नहीं है। तो इसको कैसे लाना, उस पर स्टडी चल रही है। और मैं इतना ही आपको कह सकती हूँ कि जितनी चिंता आपको है उससे ज़्यादा चिंता हमें है, क्योंकि हमारी सरकार का मामला है।
शीला जी, बरखा बोल रही हूँ। आप क्या मानते हैं कि यूपीए 2 को देखते हुए जितने करप्शन स्कैंडल्स हुए हैं उसका असर आपकी सरकार की परसेप्शन पर भी पड़ेगा?
देखिए, करप्शन एक चर्चा में है, उसमें कोई भारी करप्शन है, कोई छोटी करप्शन। हमें जो परेशान करती है, तकलीफ देती है कि जब छोटे आदमी को भी अपने अधिकार के लिए उसको करप्शन का सहारा देना पड़ता है। तो हमने जो रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिसेज हैं उनको ई गवर्न कर दिया है, जहाँ पर आप अपने सर्टिफिकेट्स या और चीज़ें रोजमर्रा के इस्तेमाल की जो जीवन में सबको जरूरत होती है, ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस की, उनको भी ई गवर्न कर रहे हैं। पूरी तरह नहीं कर पाए हैं, लेकिन 3/4 हो गया। और मुझे उम्मीद है कि जैसे हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिसेज को करा कि आप अपनी अब रजिस्ट्री 4 घंटे के अंदर करवा के निकल जाते हैं और किसी को आपसे बात नहीं करनी पड़ती, आप एक काउंटर से दूसरे काउंटर में जाकर अपना काम संपन्न कर लीजिए। So that is what we are working towards. Once we are able to stop that, then I think the common man will feel very relieved.
All right, let's take a question from Nidhi Sharma. Nidhi, go ahead with your question.
Hi ma'am, good afternoon. My question is, what is the vision of your government for making healthcare more affordable?
There is a health insurance scheme, and also we give a lot of medicines to those people who are below the poverty line, absolutely free of cost. Even in the private hospitals, they are supposed to give EPL families medicines and treatment free of cost, 25% of them. Unfortunately, they do not follow the regulations as meticulously as they ought to, but we must do that. We are also giving dialysis free. We are doing many other things where people don't have to pay for their treatment, long-term treatments like TB and dialysis, as I said, which is required frequently.
Question is coming from Dharmendra Kumar. Dharmendra, aapka sawal?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
My question is regarding the future agenda. In your manifesto, you declared that you are going to make Delhi a world-class services hub. What are the initiatives that you are going to take? Second question is, like I'm aspiring entrepreneur and I want to open my own venture. Is there any plan to encourage young aspiring entrepreneurs like me?
Yes, we are planning. We have put it in our manifesto that services will be treated at the same level as industry is. Because Delhi cannot afford to have industry, doesn't have space. So we are going to treat that, and all the privileges which are given for people to start an industry will apply to services also.
All right, last question from Nawaz Anjum. Nawaz, if you can hear me, go ahead with your question for the Chief Minister.
Yeah, hi ma'am. Hi Sheila Dikshit ma'am and Barkha Dutt also and all Google teams. मैम मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि दिल्ली तो काफी अच्छा दिखता है, नो प्रॉब्लम, लेकिन दिल्ली का जो कुछ पार्ट है जो अभी भी इतना पीछे दिखता है वो कि जिसको हम मतलब अप टू मार्क कभी भी नहीं बोल सकते हैं आपको। हम तो जहाँ से बिलोंग करते हैं ओखला साइड से, तो वो काफी पिछड़ा हुआ इलाका दिखता है मैम। वहाँ पे रोड और सड़कें आप भी देखी होंगी, शायद आई होंगी तो देखी होंगी। तो ऐसे मैक्सिमम जब भी सीएम या कोई भी आए तो उस पे कारपेट बिछ जाता है और वो छुप जाता है, लेकिन वो रियलिटी तो कुछ और ही है वहाँ पे। उसको कब तक मैम, कब तक अच्छा हो पाएगा, वो हम लोग भी उम्मीद रखते हैं कि आपसे।
बिल्कुल आप उम्मीद रखिएगा, क्योंकि ओखला जो है उसकी डेंसिटी ऑफ पॉपुलेशन बेहद ज्यादा है।
यस मैम, यस।
और अनऑथराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्शन इतना ज्यादा हुआ है वहाँ पर। बहुत आर्गुमेंट्स के बाद कोशिश करके हम मेट्रो लेकर आए थे।
हाँ, यस
है, तो मुझे ये उम्मीद है कि जब वहाँ मेट्रो आ जाएगी तब एक माहौल और जो तरीका है वहाँ पर उसको ठीक किया जाएगा, क्योंकि कभी कभी एक ऐसी चीज बनानी पड़ती है जो उठा दे बाकी सब चीजों को। तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि इससे और बदलाव आएगा, लेकिन मैं इससे इत्तेफाक रखती हूँ, चिंता भी होती है कि किस तरह से वहाँ लोग रहते हैं। इतनी अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी वहाँ की है, लेकिन आप अपनी बात आपने कही है, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। इस पर हम और
उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपकी सरकार ही बनेगी।
Sorry, let me get a last question in before we end. Ma'am, do you believe that this election in Delhi will be impacted by the larger Rahul Gandhi versus Narendra Modi contest? And I ask you this because there is a sense that Rahul Gandhi is losing at least a lot of the campaign narrative to Narendra Modi. You had a tough time getting crowds to stay at a rally at which you staged a platform for him. So do you believe that Rahul Gandhi is not really helping you bolster your campaign and you're losing out to Narendra Modi?
Narendra Modi has announced himself as the incumbent Prime Minister. Nowhere has anybody, least of all Rahul Gandhi, said that he is the incumbent Prime Minister. He is the Vice President of the Congress. He is the Vice President of the Congress, enjoys a particular position, a lot of vote from the young, and let us see how it goes. Nobody in our party announces anything before it's even happened.
Do you believe there will be a Modi effect in Delhi?
No.
Do you believe there will be a Rahul effect in Delhi, or do you believe this election is only about Sheila Dikshit's performance?
It's not Sheila Dixit. It's a Congress election, and please, these are tall leaders, they are national leaders. They will have an impact. Every party has an impact. But this is a local election for Delhi. The way that Congress has performed in the Delhi, those will be the issues.
All right, Sheila Dikshit, thanks for joining us on this Google Hangout. We will know the results on the 8th, and everybody has made many claims in this election. The people will have the last word. Thanks for joining us on this Google.
Thank you.
Thank you.